Beautiful, really. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, rising in spiritual excellence. Yes, we are, aren't we? So let's say our mission and our vision statement. We are a vibrant spiritual community
that celebrates the presence in all
and awakens humanity to its divinity. And our vision, as always, centered in love, we joyously co-create a world of oneness, peace, and harmony. I'd like to welcome anyone visiting with us for the first time. Do we have anyone here with us for the first time? Good morning. Welcome. Raise your hand. We'd like to give you a flower and a packet that will give you more information about us. And please stay with us afterwards, and we can answer any questions. And go to the bookstore, and you can receive you will receive a copy of today's service on a CD. I'd like to welcome live streamers. Thank you for being with us. We so love you, and we feel you with us, and we appreciate you, and we love you. Any more visitors? Oh, right here. Thank you. So now it's the time we call Namaste, and that's where we give each other a hug or a handshake, whatever feels right to you, and we say, I see you. I see you. I see the Christ in you as you see the Christ in me. Namaste. God bless you, honey. Thank you. That means a lot. Oh. Yeah.
You are amazing.
Thank you, David. Thank you. We're getting there. We would not forget you, fathers. Trust me. But now we're going to have an amazing song, right? By the amazing music team.
There is no one else who satisfies my soul. It longs for you like a deer panting for the water. Oh, now I wait for you. Take me to your courts of glory and fall upon me, Lord. Give me strength to help me stand in this dry and weary land. How we need the river, how we need the rain. Living waters flow to us again. none too deep. Lord, we seek to know your glory. For there is only you, and our hearts cry, Abba, Spirit. Oh, now, oh, Spirit, come. May your love and grace restore us and breathe upon us, Lord. Let your mercies be brand new, and let the whole earth worship you. How we need the river, how we need the rain. Living waters flow to us again, and we pray. Shower down your glory, oh, and shower down your grace. Let your holy presence fill this place. Let your holy presence fill this place. Spirit, come free us to worship in spirit and truth. Heal us and reveal to us your power. How we need the river, oh, how we need the rain. Living waters flow to us again, and we pray. Shower down your glory, oh, shower down your grace. Let your holy presence fill this place. Let your holy presence fill this
And you and you and you and you and you and you and all of us. Well, happy Father's Day. What's your name? Wilson. Welcome, Wilson. So yes, happy Father's Day. Could all the fathers just stand? Thank you for thank you all, fathers. And today, the daily word. We don't normally read the daily word, but I thought it would be a good thing to read. And take this in personally, like it's your own heart, mind, and spiritual being saying this. I honor all fathers today. Fathers teach by the way they live. They model love as they provide support, strength, wisdom, and guidance. My father may have taught me to work hard, be reliable, willing, and patient. Fathers continue to learn and grow throughout their lives, as we all do. Our relationship may be strong and loving, or it may have its ups and downs. I am grateful fathers do their best for their children. Whether my father lives or I hold his memory in my heart, today I honor him and pray for his well-being. I hold a vision of all fathers as models of faith and love, blessing their families for generations. And from Luke 15:20, so he set off and went to his father. But while he was still far off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion. He ran and put his arms around him and he kissed him. So bless you all. Happy Father's Day. All right. Thank you, Alex. Nice to have you with us. Yeah. We love Alex. Yes. Nothing like embarrassing a shy young man. So it's a privilege to be with you today. An honor, truly is. And 1 year ago, this past Memorial Day, I stood up here and I spoke at the service. And the title of my talk was Death, the Beauty, the Mystery, the Power. And at that time, we were experiencing our own death and rebirth with the retiring Shipley Allenson, our Reverend, beautiful Reverend Shipley. Shipley's retiring left us recreating and reinventing ourselves and navigating our way through, in a sense, a new birth canal. That's when I coined the phrase, unity strong. And now we find ourselves witness to a life-altering moment for our new spiritual leader. We are unity strong, are we not? Yes. And during this past year, our hearts opened, our voices were heard, and during this past year, we shared a universal oneness that resounded. And we have woven a really sturdy, strong, and tightly knit tapestry called Unity Strong. You know, I was here the other night for Meg's amazing CD release. Who was here? Woo! I just want to take a moment. Meg, you know I adore you, I love you, my sister, our sister. Thank you for who you are, what you did. All of you put that work into it. And the love that you brought into this sanctuary from your heart, it just opened everyone. It couldn't be better timing. But as I was sitting, almost where Meg is sitting right now, something told me to turn around. And I turned around and I looked at the tapestry on the wall. And I remember the day we hung those. It was 16 or 17 years ago. I'm a relic in a way. And Catherine Perrin found those, and she said, "Dee, what do you think?" I said, "Yeah, cool." And I was thinking the other night when I was looking at them that every single teeny tiny little stitch in that tapestry is absolutely critical to the integrity of that tapestry, like us. So the fabric has held us together as a solid community, and now it's time for us to place our spiritual leader, Ogun, and his wife, Jennifer, and his daughter, Joy, and their family into this tightly woven tapestry and wrap them up and swaddle them and hold them and support them and keep them close to us as they go through the difficult process of their own birth canal. As Ogun's letter said, and I quote, "I've often said about spiritual practice, it is time, such as these, that we are practicing, so keep practicing with me," end of quote. And we are right beside Ogun and Jennifer and Joy, and we are practicing in what I call the spiritual gymnasium of life. You know, we go to the gymnasium, some of us do, and go to work out. And we strengthen our bodies, so when we have to lift a heavy object, we call upon our muscles and we can count on them, right? Our spiritual practice is the spiritual gymnasium, whether we come here on Sundays or we're reading spiritual material or we're involved in spiritual groups. We are fed with all this material in order to strengthen our spiritual muscle of faith, understanding, power, wisdom. So then when life tosses us a heavy object called death or grief or illness or sadness, whatever the case may be, our spiritual muscles are strong. And they hold us up. And they lift us up to a higher level of consciousness. They lift us and they call us higher and higher to help us discern, to help us separate fact from truth, and to stay in the oneness with truth. You know, it's easy to get sucked into the vortex of a deep, heavy emotional place. I'm not saying we don't need that, we do. But we can get distracted from the truth. And we forget there's a difference between the facts and the truth. You know, the fact is that there is an illness called cancer. No one knows it better than me. But we don't focus on that fact. We focus on the truth that calls us to the higher place, that raises our consciousness, that we know, that the truth of Jennifer and all of us who are struggling, that she is a beloved child of God. Amen. Amen. And like her prayer so eloquently says, within her is a power greater than the circumstances before her. The power of wholeness and healing and health, however that shows up for her and however that shows up for any one of us. You know, the best thing we can do for each other is to remain present to the truth. So we stand back of it, knowing that we can rest in our divine birthright, and that is that we are held closely by God. God never lets go. We sometimes do. And then we remember, but God's always right there holding on to us. So let's not forget that. You know, to witness a journey such as this is a privilege. It truly is a privilege. You know, we've never met Jennifer. But whether we've met her or not, she is our teacher. She's teaching us right now about how precious our life is. And it's a call to action for each of us to never forget and always remember how precious each and every moment of our lives is. You know, as followers of the unity principles and the philosophies, we know this. And it calls us to another level of awareness and consciousness. You know, the colors are brighter, which is paradoxical because it's a gray time. It can be a dark time. But somehow, life becomes more vibrant, doesn't it? We're going to get saturated and drenched to the core with gratitude and appreciation for our lives. You know, there are many of us here today that have our own challenges. Whether it's health or an emotional problem, let it lift our eyes up so we can raise our own personal consciousness and know the truth for us. And we claim our divine birthright, yes. You know, I remember when I was diagnosed 10 years ago. I was given 3 months to live, so there are miracles. I told it. My eyes were constantly misty, constantly. I was on that edge. You know that edge that a lot of us are on today, right? And they weren't misty because I was sad. My eyes were misty because I lifted them up to how beautiful life was. You know, I was seeing through a clearer lens. And it was a really vulnerable time for me. But you know, the only ability I had at that time was vulnerability. I was raw. I was ripped up, but it was so beautiful. You know, we don't know the date on the other side of the dash, do we? None of us do. So there's a lot for us to do and be and have and be focused on. And death need not be our worst fear. In fact, there may be no single thing that can teach us more about life than death, right? Elizabeth Kubler-Ross says that death is a highly creative force. Facing death means facing the ultimate question of the meaning of life. And if we really want to live, we must have the courage to recognize that life is ultimately very short and that everything we do counts. Everything we do counts. And for me, what counts most is the relationships in my life. You know, we're not going to live forever. So remember this when hurts happen and when things are less than loving or they feel less than loving. Just pause and step back to the truth for all the people involved in the situation. We are beloved children of God, so let's always remember to treat each other that way. You know, no doubt when loved ones pass on, it hurts. It hurts. There's no way around it. We are emotional beings living on a planet called Sometimes Things Hurt. We need to grieve. We need to feel it in order to heal it. We need to feel it in order to heal it. And as spiritual seekers, sometimes we're tempted to take spiritual bypasses. You know, we are here to be spiritual beings, but we're not here to take a spiritual bypass about anything at any time. We lift our consciousness, we raise our vibration, but it doesn't mean we avoid the feelings. Because in some ways we can get spiritually distracted from feeling what we need to feel. You know, there's a lot of feeling in this room today. A ton of feeling in this room. There's all kinds of probably questions in your head and things going on, and just feel it. And after the service, we are not going to do fellowship immediately. We're going to ask you to just remain here and have a dialogue with us. We're a community, yes, that has open communication. And so we're going to ask you to just stay in your seats and ask the questions you want. We don't know if we have the answers, but we'll all be in it together. Something like this can trigger a lot of what's going on for us. I mean, it's not only Father's Day, it's this, it's raining, and as Peter Stringham, our leader, said today in our pre-prayer meeting, he said, you know, it's interesting. Water is all about emotion. And look what God gave us today. We're just drenched in the drink from God. So when we're faced with situations like this, it reminds me of that song by Tim McGraw. And it's about a guy in his early 40s. It's called Live Like You Were Dying. And he was diagnosed with cancer, and his friend says to him, so what'd you do? Like, when you thought it was going to be the end, like, what happened? And the guy says, I went skydiving. You know the song? You want to sing it? I went skydiving, I went Rocky Mountain climbing, I went 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. And I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I gave forgiveness I'd been denying. Someday I hope you get the chance to live like you were dying. Thank you. So if today were your last day, who would you be with? What would you be telling the people you were with? Who would you be forgiving? And more importantly, who would you be being? So now let's take a deep breath and go into meditation. And we say, Spirit, you are with us, and we let our thoughts sink into our hearts on the waves of our breath. Just let your thoughts sink into your hearts on the wave of your breath.
In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe enough. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe enough. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace.
And as we come into this time of meditation, we feel the power, the healing power surrounding Jennifer and her family. Again, wrapping them in that fabric of our universal oneness and strength. We see the Divine Mother and Father placing their child in the lap of her heavenly parents, bathed and healed as she finds her way, and as we all find our way, we are held. We call to mind those in our own lives, putting ourselves first, who we lift up in prayer, knowing we are all children of the Most High God, and our journeys and their journeys are always divinely guided and perfect. Let's enter into the silence. You want to say their names out loud and send the energy out of healing to all of them. Ogun, Jennifer. And we bless all those in the prayer box, knowing that they are on their divinely guided journeys. We send light and love and wrap all of them in our beautiful fabric, keeping them warm and safe and strong in their faith. We know, God, that you will always let us know that fear bows its head to faith, and our faith is strong enough. And we bless each of us here today in this prayer box. Amen. And on your next breath, let yourself come back into this room. And we say, thank you, Spirit. Thank you for this time in the silence.
In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is love. In the stillness of this moment, there is love, there is love. In the stillness of this moment, there is love, there is love. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment, there is love. In the stillness of this moment, there is love, there is love. In the stillness of this moment, there is love, there is love. And I rest and trust and breathe and know in the stillness of this moment, there is love.
Thank you, Maura. That was beautiful. So it takes a village and it takes a lot of work to put services together and run a church. And we just want to say thank you first to the chaplains. And if you might stand if you're able. And we have more chaplains here today to be with you in prayer. Don't leave holding on to anything today, especially, okay? Please stand. Please visit these folks that are standing for a heavy heart, a joy-filled heart, whatever it is. Thank you. Wow, are we blessed? Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we give lots of thanks to all the people in the teams, the music team, Sunday service coordinators, PowerPoint, streaming, sound technicians, social media, hospitality, welcome team, greeters and ushers, bookstore volunteers, youth education. See what I mean? Takes a lot of people. And we're grateful to all these teams of people who make this happen, that have made it happen for so many years. And we say thank you. We give you big, 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 big hugs of special recognition and gratitude. And so take your tithe and offering and lift it up. I never leave my purse on the floor because a shaman once told me when you do that, it gives a message to the universe you want your money to drain out. So I walk around with my purse. So lift up your offering as we say this. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Want me to sing? Now. Can you put the microphone for my guitar? No, that one. Sorry. Oh, it doesn't matter. So the other day I was asked to do this song. I thought I had retired this song when Shipley retired, but I can't. Morris said no. Denise is going to share all in all. I need a sign to let me know you're here. All these lines are being crossed over the atmosphere. I need to know, yeah, that things are gonna look up. 'Cause I feel I'm drowning now in a sea spilled from a cup. There is no place safe and no safe place to put my head. I feel the world shake from the words that are being said. I'm calling all angels. I'm calling all angels. And I won't give up if you don't give up. I won't give up if you don't give up. I won't give up if you don't give up. I won't give up if you don't give up. 'Cause I need a sign to let me know you're here, yeah. 'Cause my TV set just keeps it all from being so clear. I want a reason for the way things have to be now. I need a hand to help build up some kind of hope inside of me. And I'm calling all angels. And I'm calling all angels. And I'm calling all angels. And I'm calling Jennifer's angels. And I'm calling her angels. And we're calling all angels. We're calling all angels, all you angels. We're calling her angels, all her angels, all her angels. We're calling our angels, yes, our angels, yes, our angels. We're calling all angels, all you angels, all you angels. Calling all you angels. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit, great Spirit. The law of circulation is upon us here as we offer the tithings to Great Spirit. Yes, tithing. Tithing is a power that we have a privilege of stepping into. And when we exercise this privilege, we tell the universe, and you have given a message to the universe about your commitment to Spirit, each and every one of you here. We bless you and we bless these offerings that they may go out and do the will and the work of God, and that your abundance and prosperity on every level, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically, is returned to you tenfold. And we say amen. Thank you. All right, Peter. Thank God we have Peter, huh? And Jane.
So a reminder that I have just a chance for you to ask any questions or about the current situation, and then after that, we'll go into fellowship, and we're having an ice cream social for all the dads and everybody else. So, you don't have to be a dad to get ice cream. Then on Wednesday night this week, we have Kirtan coming back.
Yes.
Very popular. So Wednesday night at 7, if you haven't experienced it before, please come by. It's very joyful and very energizing and a wonderful experience of spirit. And we have book study group. It was going to start on July 9th, or July 2nd. We're moving it to start on July 9th. We're going to study the book Beginning Mindfulness, Learning the Way of Awareness by Andrew Weiss. The book is available in the bookstore. If you'd like to get in on that book study, that'll start on July 9th. And people are asking about the Metaphysics 3 class. We are going to still hold it in July. It's starting Saturday, July 11th, and continuing on the 18th and the 25th. So you can still sign up for Metaphysics 3 in fellowship. And finally, we have Operation Backpack going on for Pettingill House. We're looking for school supplies, backpacks and things. There's a bin in the lobby there and in hospitality if you'd like to make a donation over the next couple of weeks. Okay. That's it.
We have another song?
I think we have youth and family graduation.
Yeah, and we're going to have a song with that whole thing? Yeah. Yeah. So do we welcoming in the children? We have to bring the kids in, right? This is youth and family graduation. They're going to walk the bridge. You know how they do that bridge from one side to the other? So we're going to bring the kids in now. Should we move this more out of the way? Do we have to move this? You want to help me?
Ready? There you go, sweetie.
Which way?
Let's go back by your chair.
Okay.
That's good, sweetie.
I'll put it back here.
That's perfect, honey. Anything you need.
I don't think we'll need it. Hi, Tulani. Thanks for coming today. Check, check, check. Children, oh children.
I can tell a joke. Yes, Renee Schneider is not here today. Right? This is, he permanentized my lettering that I had little foam letters on. And when I asked her, she put the Music Man on the bottom, which is my moniker when I'm playing for the children during the week. Yes, I had to ask too, because I thought it was a fancy way of doing BD, because it's kind of the Ohm symbol. She looked at me like, it's Ohm. Now Renee can do that to me. Oh.
That's a good
Namaste,
Renee.
Om.
That was a good Renee.
I like
No.
All right, good. So I do that.
Hi, everyone. I just need a mic.
Handheld right there.
Hi.
Hi.
So what I'd like to do, because this is the rites of passage ceremony for our children, our graduation ceremony, I would like everyone in this row to stand up with Jim and all the way to, yes, Meg. And Mickey, all the way to the end, and make an arch. Okay, so the song,
You again.
thank you. Not,
It's not self-resolved.
no, okay. Here's Ed. Bring it in. Yes, this is our 2015 Rites of Passage ceremony. Every year, we have a special ceremony to honor our children. This year, we have 3 preschoolers, we have 4 elementary students, and we have a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old. 13-year-old is back at sound again. And it's appropriate for us to have a superheroes theme this year, since we've been studying superheroes from the Old Testament to Jesus all year long, and especially in June, having a superhero theme month. We've studied Samson and the Hulk and David and Goliath, and today Jacob and Joseph, the superheroes, father superhero. So we're going to continue this through July, because the kids are having so much fun doing the superhero theme. Yay, yes. So let us begin. What we're going to do is the children are going to come up, and then we're going to walk over our 12-power bridge right after, and Brian's going to play a song as they do that. Children, when you cross over the bridge, remember your special 12 power. Remember that you have inside you all the superpowers you need to get through anything and everything in life. Okay, thank you.
Thanks to Alex, by the way. He saves the day on this song. Wait till you hear it. a train and it's not easy to be. Wish that I could cry, fall upon my knees. But a home I'll never see may sound absurd. Don't be naive. You're tired, like the bleed. I may be disturbed. Won't you concede? Even heroes have the right to bleed. It's not easy to be me. It's alright. You can sing songs tonight. I'm not crazy or anything. I can't stand the fight. N-word clouds between their knees. Only a man in a silly red sheet digging for kryptonite. It's one-way street. Only a man in a funny red sheet looking for a special thing inside of me, inside of me, inside of me, inside of me, inside of me. I'm only a man in a funny red sheet. I'm only a man looking for a dream. I'm only a man in a funny red sheet. It's not easy to be me.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, take your time.
Next one.
Superman, Superman, I wanna fly like Superman, 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 yeah. I wanna be like Superman. More than a bird, more than a plane, more than some pretty face beside a train. Only a man in a silly white sheet, digging for kryptonite on this one-way street. More than a bird, more than a plane, more than some pretty face beside a train. It's not easy to be me. Superman, Superman, I wanna fly like Superman. Superman never made any money, saving the world from Solomon Grundy, and sometimes I despair.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
Our 2015 graduating class of Unity on the River.
Let's keep our hands in the air and bless these children. We see you, we love you, we bless you, and we behold the Christ in you. We love having you with us. You complete us, actually. Amen. God bless you. Oh, well, all right, let's rise and sing our peace song. Remember, the only bad part about this is I don't get to stand back there and hug you all. Maybe you can come find me and hug me later. enfolds us. The power
The
of God.
power of God protects us.
Present.
The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and we are richly blessed.
Amen. All right. We're not going to be we're not going to be very long. So if you have to go, you go by all means, but we want to make it a time and available for us to just come together as a community. So Peter, do you want to, yeah, kids are going to go back, but thanks for being with us, and that was fun. That was fun. We'll see you in a little bit for ice cream, okay?
Yeah, ice cream.
So, do you want, yeah, do you want me to stay? Do you want me to stay up here or go?
Yeah, I'd like you to stay.
Any board members that are here, please come and be with us. Oh, sorry. Okay. You did great.
Okay, so this is a time for you to ask us anything you need to ask. We have more details about what's going on if you need to know, or any comments that you have so we can be in community. And I'll bring the mic to whoever is going to speak. Yeah.
Is this being live streamed? Are you still live streaming? Okay, good, because I'm sure the live stream people, they may actually, let's include live streamers. If they type in questions, can you just, someone tell us what they're asking? Because there's a lot of people out there that are part of the community, but they can't live nearby us, like Kate and Priscilla and lots of people.
Hi, I'm Nancy. I noticed on Friday there wasn't a conscious connection, and I would very much like to have the letter in writing on my tablet that was read today. I think that would be a good thing to meditate and pray over, and that is a suggestion if it hasn't already been done.
No, we didn't want to put the letter out until here, so we'll put it in for this Friday. That's a good suggestion, yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say something, Peter, before we start for questions. I know that Reverend Ogun had hoped to be here today, and he was going to make an announcement about how some of the things have changed on the board. As most of you know, Paula Jorgensen has stepped down for personal reasons, and so I have stepped up and become the president of the board. John Mayer, who was our recording secretary, has stepped up and become the vice president. Christine Masello, who is standing over here with us today, is our treasurer now, and Elaine Falvey is our recording secretary. And John Warrensdorfer, Mark Schneider, and Tina Michaud Gray are still on the board, and members at large. The other thing that we want you to know is that we knew that Ogun was going to have to take some time off. I met with him on June 6th, and we had lunch and talked about how much time he thought he might need. So Peter has gone and, upon our request in Ogun's, set up speakers from now through the end of August. So that's all set, and that schedule will also be on the website and in the Conscious Connection, so you'll know who's going to be here every week throughout this summer. Just in case that's the next question. Okay, and that's all I have right now, just to answer any questions that you might have.
Yes, I am.
Hello. I had an opportunity to speak to Ogun about something that I heard here at Unity when Jean Houston visited us when this chapel was new. She was here. And she was speaking, we were speaking at the time about cancer, and someone spoke and asked her, couldn't understand why her dad would inherit cancer. He was such a good man and did such wonderful things, which I'm sure a lot of people have probably thought about that themselves. And her answer was, She said one of the things that she didn't endorse in Unity was the idea that we don't inherit sickness. She didn't go with that, although she blesses us well. And she said, I believe that people actually act as a host for others. And I told Ogun that, and I told Peter also this week, that they take it upon themselves, unknowingly, perhaps. And what a blessing that is. If I am blessed with something like that, I would bear that in mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
And you're invited to go into Ogun's Facebook page. There's posts there from people around the world offering their prayers and support, and you're invited to do so as well.
Hi, I'm Diane. I just, with all of this going on, I do have a question about the health of Unity on the river from the board and our director here, and that is that, you know, we hear things through the grapevine as a community and as a family, and I have heard recently that we are under financial duress. Is this accurate, that we're running a bit behind in terms of our finances, Peter? And if so, then the community should know so that we might be able to step up individually to keep our church healthy. I know that it takes a lot of money to keep the church going, and I know that we have a tendency sometimes when we don't have the speaker that we want or love or enjoy or hope for, that our attendance falls off and we can get a little bit careless about being here. And if we're not here, do we step up and make sure that we've covered what we normally would contribute in order to keep our financial, spiritual base here healthy? So could you give us just a brief?
I'll do that. This year, I think coming into the summertime, our financial situation is very good. We are running a deficit. We have about $6,500 in the red at this point. That's pretty minor for us coming into the summer season. I think we had more of a deficit last year, and we ended up in the year in the black. We have a number of events. Most of our fundraising and our biggest events occur in the end of the year, so we're not really concerned. But of course, you're right. You know, when people aren't here in the summertime, it's vacation. We had a really tough winter, and the weather started to change, and people are going away, and they're going on vacation, and it would be really grateful if they would remember to do their tithes and offerings during this time. We do have a lot of things coming up, and I might as well let the cat out of the bag on that. The end of July, we're going to be doing a volunteer appreciation cookout, July 26th, I believe, after church, and it's going to be at Mosley Pines, and that's a free event. It's just fun, and it's to be grateful for all the people who volunteer at Unity on the River. We're going to do another concert. Maura's going to do a concert in September, and we're going to turn that into sort of a business mixer. Everybody who is involved in a business will be able to come, and we're going to have tables in the sanctuary, make it sort of a fun thing. You're going to hear more about that. The Peace Walk is going to take place again this year. That's going to be in October. Please support that. Help Mark Schneider plan that. That would be great. We have the health fair the end of September. Tina Michaud Gray and a group of people have gotten together. What's the date on that?
September 26th, is it?
It's September 19th or the 26th, but it will be in your program. The 26th, and then of course the gala. So you know, things are still happening. We've got this. You know, we've got this. We need your help.
But we certainly don't want to discourage you from giving us money.
Not at all. Is someone behind you with a question, Peter?
I am just in awe as I stand here. My name is David, and I'm so old with this church, I probably am new to most people here. I was on the board with
That's
a
fabulous.
number of other wonderful people when we made the transition into this beautiful sanctuary. It's that many years ago, like 20 years ago. I used to stand up and compliment people on the wonderful job that they're doing, and I realized what I'd like to do is honor the spirit that expresses through the leadership in this church. I left the church 9 years ago to take advantage of some opportunities that I had to work in other Unity churches, and including most recently one in Boston. I'm glad Tulane is here because she's very familiar and a speaker down there like we have been, my wife and I. And a very ethnically mixed church. I loved it down there. And how ironic that this church up here would have a black minister come. Ogun and I have talked about that. I just want to say I made a couple of appointments with him because I needed to talk to Ogun about some of my background and what I might be able to contribute here. I thought maybe, because he was so busy, I might get 45 minutes. 2 meetings, I got an hour and a half to talk with him. He's the real deal. And what I have witnessed, and with Meg, going back with the music, I just want to say, from the outside, having been here and coming back, you have everything that you need. This church has everything it needs. Don't worry about survival. The leadership here, the spirit here, Denise, what you have done.
Thank you.
And so many people, I can't even name them. As an old timer coming back, I just want to tell you, and Peter and I assisted the very first Keys to the Kingdom Prosperity course here. That was 10 years ago. I'm in, I'm back, and I just want to tell you.
And we're thrilled that Tulani is going to be one of our guest speakers this summer.
Hi everyone, I'm Peter. I just wanted to say a little bit of my thoughts about when someone is ill and possibly dying. It brings up in me, most of you know my wife is disabled, and it brings up in me my desire for things to be different. You know, I've always wished that she could be healed. I wish that Jennifer could be healed from this cancer. But in the long run, what I've come to with that is finding that there is some greater intelligence, some loving consciousness that has a more holistic view than I do. And that when I'm finally ready to let go and say, okay, no, this is the way it is, this is the way it's going to happen, I discover that it's perfect.
Amen.
Thank you. I should also say that when I spoke to Ogun, he loves this church and he wants to stay. So he'll be back as soon as he can.
I'm Carol Warzak. I just wanted to share that we are so blessed to have a strong chaplain team here. I'd like to ask Rena, David, and Tom Pellini to stand. They're our new chaplain leaders. And also, let's give them a hand. But just so everyone knows, our chaplains, there are over 30 chaplains here. It is our mission to pray and to hold Unity on the River in prayer consciousness at all times. Not just the congregation, but the board, the finances, the minister, the staff, everyone. And that's where our true strength lies, is in spirit and the expression of that spirit. And I see it just supporting us through the next few months. Don't forget, you can pray with the chaplain after service or after this meeting. There are many of us here. If you do need pastoral counseling, Denise and I are on hand. You can call the office if you would like an appointment. So just blessings to all of you and me as well. Bye-bye.
I just want to let everyone to know that the classes will continue. We've already lined up someone to teach Metaphysics 3 for us. It's going to be taught by Pat Venema, who was, a lot of people loved and adored her, and she has such a strong passion for teaching. We couldn't find a better replacement. She's going to be teaching Metaphysics 3 for us. And I really invite people to step up and come into the classes that we're offering at the end of the summer. We have a Master's Mosaic coming up in the end of August. We're going to have Paul Hasselbeck, who's the former Dean of Education, coming. We have BJ, who is a passionate and awesome teacher, teaching development of the Unity Movement. And hopefully Ogun will be back by then, but we'll make sure that that keeps going too. So I really invite everyone to continue to get involved, especially even in classes, because that's where, we come Sunday, we get filled, and the classes give us the tools to live the Unity principles. And just, I would also, as an active volunteer here, I'd love to see people really step up and volunteer. And if you haven't volunteered before, now is a really great, this is your invitation to step up and get involved. So, thanks.
Thank you.
This Wednesday, too, for Kirtan, we're looking for a few volunteers, so if you want to come a little early, we could use the help then. Anybody else? Yes.
Hi, my name is Bill Francis, and I have some understanding of what our pastor is going through, and so I have deep compassion and love for him, and my prayers go out. But I just wanted to tell you folks thank you. I don't get to come here very often because I live very far away, and every time I come to the States, I always come here. I consider this my spiritual home, that and the ocean. And I just wanted to say thank you. It's like coming home, it's like being fed, it's like being wrapped up and loved, and I love you, and thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're complete for today. And we are going to have another community meeting on, oh, we got another one? Where? Laurel.
Hi, my name is Laurel Hobbs. Something very beautiful was said to me this week. I have not been here the last couple of weeks, and I've really felt it when I came back on Wednesday night. It was just a fabulous experience, and I missed my spiritual home. And I visited a friend who is a part of our congregation who's a little under the weather, and she said to me, Laurel, we need to be here for our community right now. And that really somehow inspired me to be here on Friday night for Meg's beautiful concert that was so joyous and fun and filled me up. And I just wanted to remind people of what she reminded me. That is, we all, if we can, need to be here, because as we've gone from the me to we are this church. And I also want to thank everybody in leadership, and of course my prayers, my heartfelt prayers to Ogun and his beautiful family. Thank you. Thank you, Lauren.
Just a quick announcement, there's a call from the streaming folks to, will there be an address to write Ogun and Jennifer, so people can put their thoughts and prayers in that form?
We'll put that on the Unity on the River Facebook site, okay, by tomorrow at the latest. And, well, yeah, that Conscious Connection's every Friday, so we want to get it out before that, so we'll put it on the Facebook. But it will be in Conscious Connection, too. Take a note of that, Gene. Okay. I know my strengths. That's not one of them, remembering things. Okay. And we are going to have a community meeting 3 weeks from today on July 12th after service as well. We'll be going over in more detail what's happening financially here, operationally, and a chance for you to ask more questions and updates then, okay?
Just I can say real quick, how will we learn of updates during the week if needed? Will that be Facebook then?
The best way will be Facebook, yeah. The Unity on the River Facebook. Yep. Okay. I asked Tom to pray us out.
I invite you to stand. Take someone's hand if you feel comfortable. And just feeling that hand, know that we are community, we are unity, we are one. As we stand here, this heartfelt time, to know that the Spirit of God is within us, is expressing through us. And that every moment can be a moment of gratitude. It may not be visible. We may not understand what's going on. We may want to know the why. And let's just let that thought go for now. And feel present with this community, knowing that God is with us all the time. And though we may not have met Jennifer, know that she has been a model of love. And we've experienced that through the teachings of Ogun. And we've been blessed with a new spiritual leader who, even in his time of grief and sorrow, is ministering, is showing us the way, is showing us how to love, is showing us how to be one. And so as our intention is to rise in spiritual excellence for this year, I invite you all to look at what it is for you. What can I do? How can I be a part of it? How can I rise in spiritual excellence? How can I love more? How can I be more? And so we just want to give thanks for this moment, for this year, for this community, for Reverend Ogun and Jennifer and Joy to bless us with this experience. And to just know that God is good all the time. And so it is. Amen.
Let's go have some ice cream.